Next up is Alpha Dog. I have been saving this movie till I've been like somewhere not home and I have like 2 hours to kill because it's been downloaded on my phone for like 2 months. So I've just been like waiting for the day where I can finally watch it. And it happened today and I am so happy. Oh my god, this movie. All right, so this is a 2006 movie starring, get ready. Okay, I'm gonna mess up his name. Emil Hirsch, my first one of him. Justin Timberlake, my second one of him. Anton Yelchin, my sixth one of him. Bruce Willis, my third one of him. Vincent, I'm gonna mess up his last name. Karsten, the dude from Mad Men, not the main guy. My third one of him. Ben Foster, my first one of him. Sharon Stone, my second one of her. Olivia Wilde, my second one of her. Chris Marquette, my second one of him. Alex Kingston, who looks nothing like herself. Like, they made her really not beautiful, which just really surprises me. Oh my god. And then Amanda Seyfield, my second one of her. And Amanda Heard. Dude, the casting for director for this movie needs to get some kind of award because, like, holy shit, that cast. This movie does not deserve this kind of cast. Wow. And, like, so I went into this. I remember watching it way back in the day and kind of enjoying it. And so, like, I expected it to just be kind of like a big trash pile of stupidness. And it is way better than it has any right to be. The premise is that a drug dealer and a neo-Nazi are having a little fight, and so the drug dealer kidnaps the neo-Nazi's brother, who's not a Nazi. And then it's just kind of dealing with that kind of shenanigans. And it's really solid. Like, it's definitely sexist. The movie is based on a true story that happened in 1999. But the movie is very much so 2006, from the way they talk to the way they dress to like the music that's playing and like the Xboxes everywhere. This movie could not be more mid-2000s. Again, even though it's set in 1999. I'm just like, you just kind of have to ignore that part. And it's good. And like the real standouts though are definitely Justin Timberlake does a good job, especially at the end. He has a very emotional performance near the end. And then Anton, he always does great, and he just knocks it out of the park here. And then Ben Foster, who he is scary as a Nazi. And just like there's a fight scene, and I'm just like, holy shit, what is happening right now? But like, it also just works too, and it's just, yeah, it's really good. It's really, really good. If you watched this back in the day and you kind of vaguely remember it, I'd say give it another shot because it's good. I put it in the liked. If you've never seen it before, I don't know if you're really gonna enjoy it that much. It's good though. I think if it looks interesting and you have like nostalgia for the mid-2000s, give it a watch. Yeah. Next up is The Battle of Algiers. This is a 1966 Algerian movie, and it's about France had been trying to colonize Algeria for 130 years, and they were kind of sick of that shit, so they started a rebellion. So a lot of the movie is in French and in Arabic, and this is a very classic, it's a really important movie. It's important for a lot of reasons, because it has one of the first positive portrayal of Africans, specifically Northern Africans, positive portrayal of Arabs, positive portrayal of Muslims, which is all good because we need a positive portrayal of everyone in the world. And then it's about colonialism and the horrors of that, and then it's also about just domestic terrorism, but also just about, like, you know, when things get really extreme, what you're supposed to do about it and stuff. And the movie also helped point out like the horrible shit that the people of France did to the people of Algeria, because they definitely tortured the hell out of them, and it was really bad. But yeah, so it's a good one. I ended up putting it in liked. It was a hard one to watch though. Not because it's a foreign language film, because I've watched tons of those, but because it was basically like a history book come to life, but not in a good way. It was just like, it was so boring, and I was like, people are literally getting tortured and dying, and there's terroristic acts happening, and it's like, this is all really, really important, but I'm also really just kind of bored out of my mind while watching all of this. And I felt guilty being bored because I'm like, this is really important, I need to know about this, but I'm also just like, okay, can we do something else now, please? So yeah, I did like it though. I ended up putting it in the liked. last thing I'm going to say about it is this movie's also been inspirational to other filmmakers. Apparently, it helps inspire Dunkirk, parts of Dunkirk, and then, which I still haven't watched yet. And then Inglourious Bastards stole the theme song from this movie. I think it's the theme song. It gets played 3 times during this, but it's in Inglourious Bastards, which makes me want to watch Inglourious Bastards again. But according to my rules, I can't watch it because it's one of my favorite movies. But yeah, so if you really like history, maybe give this a watch. Otherwise, you're probably good. It's important though, but yeah, you probably good. And lastly is Books of Blood. This movie just came out on Hulu, and it is an anthology horror movie thing starring Rachel Robertson and Anna Farrell, and then some other people I don't really care about. Justin recommended this to me because he loves horror movies, he loves shitty horror movies, and I guess he likes anthology stuff. And so he kind of hyped this up for me, and it was a giant disappointment. I really could not stand this thing. Nothing about this movie grabbed my attention. It was really bad acting. I didn't care for any of the stories. They just dragged on for so long. Like the first story, like 10 minutes in, I was like, okay, I don't really care about this anymore. Move on to the next one. And then it didn't switch to the next one till we were halfway through the movie, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't stand this. And so I just ended up playing Animal Crossing while watching it. But yeah, and then none of like the big twists or reveals really like surprised me or grabbed my attention. I thought they were good in any way. It was just, I don't know, I was so bored with this. It was just really not my cup of tea. I mean, you might enjoy it if you really like horror anthology stuff. Even the way they did the anthology thing, because like they're all pretty connected without spoiling anything. And it didn't feel like it was set up like a normal anthology thing. Like it's nice to have anthology stories be connected in a way, either thematically or literally connected. But like it's just, I don't know. It felt like they needed to iron out some things a bit more before it was more okay. But yeah, no, I did not like this one. It was not good. All right, that's all I got. Yay! And yes, I am wearing the same thing I wore last time, and I'm wearing pajama pants because it's cold and this is cozy.